Great, I found a photograph. It looks like it's a very old photo of Lord Folsom. I wonder if there's more to find. Let's take another look. Great! I found a theatre ticket. Would you look at this? It's an unvalidated ticket for Hamlet on the night of the murder.
Come on, let's head back to the police station. We need to talk and figure out our next moves.
There was more pebbles from the garden in the office.
It looks like someone walked through the garden and entered here through the balcony door.
That broken umbrella was definitely used in the storm. It must have broken from all that wind. That false bottom was very exciting. I've never seen anything like that.
It's not a common thing to have. It's no wonder Victoria never discovered that photo.
Lord Folsom wasn't being honest. He and Ruth Hedges had been lovers.
It appears that Victoria lied to us.
The theatre ticket confirms it. She definitely lied about her whereabouts on the night of the murder.
We have to keep looking for information. We don't have the whole story. Let's head back to the office. Maybe we missed something.
There has to be more clues we haven't seen. Oh, there are mud stains on the bottom of the curtain.
Someone must have come through the balcony door last night when it was raining. It looks like the mud from their feet rubbed off on the curtains.
This coat rack has a hat and coat hanging on it. George, don't these belong to Victoria Folsom? They're a little wet.
I believe that they do. Let's take a closer look. We may find more clues.
The door chain on the balcony door has something on it. It appears as though there are some gold fibres. Where have I seen those before? Sir, take a look at the sleeves.
More gold fibres here. I think there may be something in the fireplace.
Those aren't just loose papers, they are love letters that someone tried to burn.
Those mud stains are just more proof that someone walked through the balcony door.
Those gold fibres got everywhere.
The fibres on the sleeves prove it. The killer was wearing that coat when they handled the curtain tie-back.
The fibres must have gotten caught on the door chain after the killer returned and locked up. I wonder why, of all the things to burn, the killer burnt the letters. With everything we've discovered, I think it's obvious that Victoria is the murderer.
Yes, but the question is, did she act alone or was Lord Folsom part of it?
Also, what was the motive? I think we're still missing a few important pieces from the puzzle. I think Lord Folsom has some explaining to do.
That he does. Let's bring him back down to the police station for questioning.
Lord Folsom is waiting in the interrogation room.
Let's get this over with. Thank you for coming in, Lord Folsom.
Lord Folsom, we found this photo of you in Ruth's old office. It was very well hidden. Would you like to revise your previous statements?
Fine. I lied. Ruth and I had been lovers once upon a time. Our romance ended long ago. We had kept it a secret for decades. I was simply trying to keep it that way.
I don't understand. If it was over between the two of you, what were you doing in her bedroom?
I went to warn her. It seemed that Victoria was doing some snooping. Victoria got the wrong idea about where the money was going. I told Ruth it would be best if she moved out and away from the hotel. But she was such a creature of habit.
So you were in on it. What was it the two of you were doing?
No. You have it all wrong. Ruth wasn't stealing from me. I was the one who told her to declare those expenses. That money was for her to save up for her future. And our daughter's future.
Wait, your daughter? You and Ruth had a daughter together?
Yes, you would know her as Mary Hedges. I went against the family when I fell in love with Ruth. My father had wanted me to marry Anne Hawthorne. Once Ruth got pregnant, I had to protect them. So I broke things off but kept watch from a distance.
Keep talking.
Ruth and I had an agreement. She would become the hotel's manager. It would allow her to raise our daughter while I could still see her, and put money aside for them. This was a secret that I had planned to take to my grave. And Ruth, too. I did marry Anne Hawthorne like my father wanted, and together we had Victoria. Victoria. She doesn't have to know all this, right? I don't want her to think less of me.
I'm afraid it may be a bit too late for that, Lord Folsom.
What a story, so many secrets.
There are plenty of those in Midsomer, and when they come out, they tend to be explosive.
So let me make sure I have this right. Lord Folsom and Ruth Hedges used to be lovers.
Yes.
They couldn't be together officially, so when Ruth got pregnant, Lord Folsom gave her a hotel to manage so she could be independent, but close enough for him to keep an eye. They also embezzled money from the hotel for Mary's future. Have I got it right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Despite everything, I feel a little sorry for Lord Folsom. He had no idea that Victoria already found out about him and Ruth. I wonder how much Victoria really knows.
Come on. We need to arrest her before she tries to leave town.
Should we try the hotel?
Well, well, well. Look who's getting ready to leave.
You were right. With those travel bags, she was planning on running.
Let's get her.
I take it you figured it out?
We did, and you know why we're here.
The two of you are smarter than you look.
I get that a lot. Let's head back to the station.
Victoria is in the interrogation room.
Let's go find out how much she really knows. I have to ask, why did you do it?
I was never going to hurt her. I went to look for proof that she was stealing from my father. Instead of finding suspicious hotel expenses, I found something much worse.
And what did you find?
She and my father had an affair. All of those notes, well, I recognized the handwriting.
Did that make you angry?
Angry doesn't begin to explain it. She seduced my father and stole from him. Of all the shameful and ungrateful ways to repay my family for employing her for decades.
Is that when you decided that you were going to kill her?
What? No. She walked in, surprised me, and I snapped. I was so furious that I grabbed the curtain tie back and choked her. She got what she deserved.
Ms. Folsom, there's something you should know. Ruth Hedges never stole from your father.
Wait, what do you mean?
Your father and Ruth Hedges did have a love affair, but it was years ago before he and your mother were ever married. Together they had a child in secret. Mary Hedges is your stepsister.
As for the money, it was your father's idea. They did it to provide for Mary.
Shame on both of them, then. And here I was, all this time thinking my poor father was being taken for a fool.
Case closed. Victoria is behind bars where she belongs.
Well, you must have some of that Barnaby blood after all. Nice job for your first case.
Thank you, sir. I think it's time for me to head home, sir. I have a dog waiting for me. That sure was an exciting first couple of days in Midsomer. Case closed.